All right. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. If you are joining me live, welcome and just say hi in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, just put hashtag replay in the comments for me. Okay, so last week I had a friend that requested I do a video about hypothyroidism. And I loved this idea because I haven't really talked much about the thyroid. And I know that this is becoming a more common issue, thyroid issues and things, and specifically hypothyroid. So I appreciated her for giving me that idea. And I just want to let you guys know if there are any health related issues or topics that you want me to cover. Feel free to put them in the comments, DM them to me, whatever works for you, because I want to talk about things that you guys are interested in and that you want more information about. Um, Especially um, because I specialize in like the holistic health and healing and things. And so, you know, uh, you may not have ever heard like how to heal your issue holistically. You may have only heard that you can manage it or heal it with, medication or supplements or something like that. And I may have a different take on it than what you've heard before. So if you guys do have any ideas, I would love to hear them. Just keep it, health fitness related, because that's what this group is. But anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that you are more than welcome to give me your ideas. So today I will be explaining really what hypothyroidism is, and how it develops, like how they figured out like what caused it, and how to heal it naturally. Some things that you can do to heal it, to start to heal it naturally. Um, Hypothyroidism is basically an underactive thyroid that's no longer producing the hormones T3 and T4, and there's longer names for those, and I'm not going to try to pronounce them, but it's your thyroid basically no longer produces the T3 and T4 hormones that the body needs. These are essential hormones that your body needs for different functions. So these hormones, some of the things that they do, they regulate your metabolism, which means they directly affect whether you gain or lose weight. And I know that's one of the symptoms a lot of people start having when they have an underactive thyroid. Also, how fast your heart beats, your breathing, your body temperature, and even it can even affect your cholesterol levels. Um, and they can also affect things like your mood, your skin, and your hair quality. Like if you notice you're having like dry hair or thinning hair or real dry skin or something like that, this may be because of an underactive thyroid. Also, your menstrual cycle can, um, be irregular if you have a thyroid issue. Even like your energy levels and your joints could hurt, things like that. These are all these all could be because of an underactive thyroid. So, and what usually happens is that your doctor will put you on like artificial hormones to tackle the issue, to tackle this issue, to make up for these T3 and T4 hormones that you are no longer producing on your own. But the problem with this is that they're only addressing the symptom, which is your body's not producing these hormones. But they're not, that doesn't address the root problem of why this happened, right? And that's what I do as a nutritionist, as a holistic nutritionist. That's what we do, is try to get to the root of why did this happen, because it doesn't just happen. There's a reason. There's things going on in your body um, that cause things like this to happen. So that's what the issue is with just giving yourself these hormones. You it's addressing your symptom, but it's not tackling the root problem, the reason it happened. So let me know if that makes sense. So now it is well known, it's been studied enough that researchers now know the root cause is inflammation. Your body, it's inflammation in your body that is causing not just thyroid issues, a lot of different issues like autoimmune issues um, happening in your body. And inflammation is the root cause. This is what they've figured out. So I'm going to explain how researchers got to this conclusion, um, so you guys can kind of understand how this happens, how the hypothyroidism basically how this happens, how it works in the body. So the thyroid is being attacked by the immune system, which is called autoimmune disease. So that is why your thyroid malfunctions and it stops producing these hormones, because your thyroid is being attacked by your immune system. So you basically, if you have hypothyroidism or an underactive thyroid, you basically have an autoimmune disease. And this happens because one of our immune system's main jobs is to get rid of excess toxins in your body. So toxins are any foreign invader that your body sees as a threat. So if your body sees something that's coming into your body as a threat, it's going to do its best to get rid of it, right? It's going to attack that toxin. So toxins can come from pesticides on your food, ingredients in your food that your body doesn't recognize, like processed food, things that are not natural. They're made up. They're chemicals, and your body doesn't realize that it's food. It looks at it as a toxin. Um, Anything in our environment that our body sees as a toxin, like a lot of our beauty products could have toxins in them that our body is like, what is this? I don't know what it is. I don't recognize it. Let me try to attack it and get rid of it. Same thing with household products, like cleaning products and things like that. If you're touching them, breathing them in, and they get in your body and your body thinks it's a toxin, it's going to do its best to get rid of it, right? Because it's a foreign invader, it's a toxin. Um, and even like air pollution. Air pollution is something, and now that's not something that we can really do a lot about. Um, we have to breathe. But I mean, there's more like pollution in cities and things like that. So, if you can kind of get away from it more, that's probably better. Um, and so our body must get rid of these toxins somehow, right? So the way it does this is the immune system releases inflammatory cells to neutralize and remove toxins. That's how they try to get rid of these toxins in your body. They release these inflammatory cells to try to get rid of the toxins. And once the job is done, your system relaxes and it recuperates and it waits on the next thing that it needs to attack, right? Um, but the problem is that the amount of toxins that we take in nowadays is often like too much for your body to deal with, right? Because we're getting toxins from everywhere now, where, used to there weren't a lot of toxins. There weren't a lot of fake things and man-made things, that our body had to deal with, like back in the old days. Um, so uh, so now, we're getting toxins from everywhere. And, this means that the immune system is always working, right? Our immune system is always working to try to get rid of these toxins. So it's always being called into action, right? Our immune system is being called into action all the time, 24/7, and it becomes stressed and exhausted over time. Like it's just tired. And this leads to it making like serious mistakes, right? Like sending inflammatory cells everywhere in the body instead of just to that one toxin. It'll start making mistakes, like sending inflammatory cells everywhere in the body that start to attack healthy body tissue. And this is what leads to an autoimmune disease like hypothyroidism. Um, so it also is called Hashimoto's or Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Have you guys ever heard of that? That's what they often call it once it's been diagnosed, that you have an autoimmune disease. But there are many different autoimmune diseases, because whatever tissue your inflammatory cells attack is where your autoimmune disease will develop. Right? So, when your immune system starts going haywire and starts making these mistakes, well, the first thing, it may attack is, I don't know, your gallbladder or, whatever it comes to. And then, then you develop an autoimmune disease. So, when your immune system is struggling to cope with all these toxins, it malfunctions, it attacks your thyroid in this case, and your thyroid stops producing essential hormones. So, what research has revealed is that hypothyroid or any autoimmune disease is caused by inflammation. And the cause of inflammation is excessive amounts of toxins in our body. Um, so let me know, you guys, is this making sense to you? Let me know if this made sense, if I explained it okay. Um, so now that we know what causes it, inflammation, let's um, let's talk about how to fix it. The things you can do personally to help heal, to help get your thyroid working normally again. Let's talk about how you can do that. So, what you need to focus on to heal your underactive thyroid is to eliminate some of the toxins in your environment. That's one thing you can do. I'm going to explain some other things you can do as well. So, you will want to look for beauty and household products that are non toxic or low toxic. And it won't just say, some products will say non toxic on there. But not always. So you're going to have to look out for things in the ingredient list that are toxins, like parabens, phthalates, fragrances. You want to get something that's fragrance free and paraben free, phthalate free. Those are the biggies that really disrupt our immune system and our hormones and things. So you will also want to cut down on inflammatory foods, like unhealthy oils, um, and added sugar and things like that, because those cause a lot of inflammation in our body. These unhealthy oils, and I'm going to list them. But unhealthy oils, they are known to stay in your body and cause inflammation for up to 2 years after you eat them. because they are so inflammatory. Like your body just does not handle them well. And so it just causes inflammation. And that could be weight gain, that could be swelling, that could be, it could show up all different ways. Inflammation can show up all different ways in different people. Acne, eczema, all kinds of stuff. So you want to check your ingredient lists and make sure most of your food doesn't contain oils like vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, or safflower oil. Those are like the very, very inflammatory oils because they're not natural oils. They're like made in a factory, and they're very inflammatory because it basically, when you process oils or extract them in a factory, then you mess up the content of them and make them toxic. So watch out for those. I'll name them again: vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, or safflower oil. Those are the four. There's more, but these are the most common ones that are like in salad dressings, any kind of like sauce or processed food or anything like that. It's in things that you would never think oils were in, I've even seen them like in frozen vegetables and things like, oh, you got to add in some canola oil in there. Just, I don't know why. So really check your labels for those. And then you want to also limit sugar as well, like high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, maltose, and like added sugar, like just straight up sugar. Like, I'm not saying you have to fully cut these things out, but you want to limit these things to like 20% of your diet or less. And instead, you want to eat foods that contain selenium. Selenium is great for your thyroid function, great for healing it and getting it working normally again. So foods high in selenium are like tuna, turkey, Brazil nuts, and grass-fed beef. Those are some great sources of selenium. And another vitamin that helps restore a healthy thyroid is vitamin B. Vitamin B. Specifically vitamin B12. And I know that in the last few years, I've heard of a lot of people saying that their doctor told them, "Oh, I'm deficient. I get a B12 shot now because I'm deficient in B12." But like I always say, it's better to get your vitamins from your food and not from a supplement or another source. It's always better to get it from food because food has components of it that help it work better, help you absorb it better. So good sources of B12 are peas, beans, asparagus, sesame seeds, tuna, cheese, milk, and eggs. Those are the like top sources, the best sources of vitamin B12. And also, you want to avoid toxic pesticides. So in order to do this, you want to try to buy organic produce whenever possible. But I do have some tips for that because like I don't even buy all of my produce organic because some things you don't have to. Like if your produce has a thick skin or peel on it that you're not going to eat, then it's okay to go ahead and buy the regular version of it. Like citrus fruits, like lemon, oranges, limes, things like that. They have a thick peel on them, and they're not going to it's going to be okay if you just buy those regular and not organic because they're not usually even sprayed with pesticides, because pests, the heavily sprayed um, produce is usually the things that the bugs want. And it's usually things like berries, like strawberries, things they can easily eat, lettuce, things they don't have to work hard to get to. And if your food has a peel on it, like a thick peel, the bugs aren't usually going to get into those as much as like the berries and lettuce and broccoli and things like that. So you can buy regular produce if it has a thick skin. Um, also avocado is another one. I don't buy organic because I don't eat the peel. I eat what's inside of it. And then also bananas. I don't buy those organic. Like when my kid wants bananas or something at the store, I don't buy those organic because they have a peel on them. That kind of protects the fruit inside. And so I don't have to worry about like a lot of pesticides on those foods. So, but anything like I named, like especially berries, we buy organic berries, we buy organic lettuce, organic broccoli, squashes, asparagus, things like that, because they are usually heavily sprayed with pesticides. Um, so, so keep that in mind when you're at the grocery store, and just buy the produce that you're going to eat the whole thing, instead of like you have to peel it, or you don't eat the skin of it or whatever. um you know buy the stuff that doesn't have a thick skin or whatever on it. Buy that organic. I hope that made sense. I know that was a long explanation, but so anyway, those are the things that you can do to start to heal your underactive thyroid. Get selenium in your diet, get vitamin B12 in your diet, start buying products that contain less toxins, that are less toxic, like lotions, makeup, hair care products, cleaning products, things like that, laundry detergent. Those things are going to make a huge difference in your toxic load, and it'll cut down on the inflammation that you're having, and it'll eventually, it takes time. It does take time to heal an autoimmune disease or any kind of health issue. It took time for it to develop. And so it's going to take time for it to heal. But if you just keep at it, if you just keep, try to buy, next time you are out of a cleaning product and you need to buy a new one, get one, do your research, get one that's less toxic. Same with your beauty products, your makeup, your lotions. Just when you run out of what you have now, just try to get something a little less toxic, fragrance free. Make sure it doesn't have parabens and phthalates in it and things like that. And these things will really help you start to heal your thyroid and get it functioning normally again. So you can not have to depend on you know, the fake hormones. You can make your own hormones, which is always better. So let me know what you guys think of this. Did you learn something new? Was it interesting? Let me know. I hope it was. So I hope it was helpful. And again, if you have a health related topic that you want me to cover, that you want me to, give you advice on, holistic advice, leave it in the comments. Let me know. And I also have tons of videos on my YouTube channel that you can watch as well. Like I think I have hundreds of them now. So if you want to check that out, I will put a link to my YouTube channel in the comments when I'm finished. So you guys can, I have other topics on there as well. So if you're interested, you can just click that link and it'll take you to my to my YouTube channel. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day tomorrow, and I will see you next Tuesday. All right, bye.